You can support this show at patreon.com/ASAPodcasting. Hello, welcome back. Skyrim Addict podcast, episode 213. It's Michael and just Ray with me today.
Hello, hello.
We hopped in. We're not getting to the cause yet, although Ray has played through the cause and the consequence. Is that the second one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the cause and the consequence. I actually played through it. I realized when it first came out. What was it, a year ago?
Yeah.
When whatchamacallit came out.
But when it came out on Creation Club.
Yeah, when it was during the anniversary edition, I think it dropped. But I don't remember any of it. I remember that there were the Wayland Stones were in there somehow.
Yeah.
And that's about all I remember. And there's a giant one.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I remember. That's it. That's the extent of what I remember from this quest line.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I went through it, and so because I don't remember what I had for dinner last night, yeah. I'm going to go through it again before we record the show.
Yes. Yeah, I am working my way up to 46 now. I'm not sure where Victor is because he's traveling, so he may not have access to his character. But I'm doing a lot of grinding right now with enchanting and stuff like that. Mostly enchanting right now as I go through dwarven ruins and things like that, where I can get a lot of soul gems and that kind of thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to play around. I'm on back on Solstheim also, so I think we're going to play around with some of the quests over there. Just mess around.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty interesting, trying to get that. I dug around in the archive and found a character that was level 31.
Oh, there you go.
And and he hadn't done any smithing and no enchanting and no alchemy.
That's a nice find.
And so, yeah, that one leveled up pretty quickly. But it had been so long since I soul trapped anything.
I have it on my bow, thankfully.
Yeah, it's just typically not anything that that I deal with, and it was the sound of it was startling several times.
Oh yeah, the whoosh.
Because the character is stealth.
Yep.
And so everything's quiet, and you're sneaking up, and you stab somebody in the back with a dagger, and all of a sudden, whoosh!
Very stealthy, yeah, very stealthy.
And you're like, oh crap!
Nobody hears it though, so it's okay.
No, nobody does. Nobody but you in your headphones. Really loud.
Oh yeah, so you're seeing the notes. You're doing the double daggers, sneak. Backstab.
Well, so this one I'm doing just single dagger because the other hand is invisibility.
Oh, well, there, yeah, you keep doing it, yeah, because anytime you use the dagger, you got to put it back on.
Yeah. So, yeah, this one was I put less into the power of the attack and more into the absolute stealth. I think I'm getting something like 16 times stealth multipliers.
Yeah.
Just something ridiculous.
Yeah, so even if the blade isn't like crazy, you're still getting.
Yeah, and now that I went through the, smithing, he's running around right now with the Daedric dagger.
Oh, nice.
So, and if I had needed any more levels, he would have had a dragon bone. But fortunately, I didn't have that. Didn't have dragons activated on that save, and so I was able to just completely ignore dragons altogether.
That's not, yeah, mine, the character I'm playing has no dragons.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna, I guess I could do technically Dragonborn. It still doesn't I don't think it activates the dragons. You just fight the dragons within the quest line itself, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think that's all that happens. Because what one is it? Yeah, because if you do the vampire quest line with Serana without dragons,
Mm-hmm.
do the two dragons still come out? I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done that quest enough times to.
Yeah, it's been a while. I know I've done it without dragons. I think they might still come out, or maybe they don't. I don't remember. But yeah, maybe I'll go through Dragonborn without doing dragons just to see.
Yeah.
Then I'll inadvertently activate them and have to deal with it for.
Well, it'll helps with leveling.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, because right now I think we're gonna do kind of all the main quests on Solstheim, like Deathbrand.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, those are good.
And
Getting all that, and then also, it's kind of fun doing the Netch leather.
Oh yeah.
With the little Reeklings on that island.
Yes.
So I started, kind of taking inventory because I went through stuff. I realized that I had, even though I've played the Thieves Guild, so many times, I've never actually gone all the way to the end and become the guildmaster.
Oh, where you bring it fully back to prominence.
Yeah, where you get all the holds back up.
Yeah.
To full strength and the the ragged flagon is completely staffed out.
Yeah, where I don't know the last time I did that as well. I know I started doing it on my one vanilla character I have, but I can't recall the last time where I brought it fully back to prominence.
Yeah. I mean, I usually dump the character before I get through all the hold quests.
Yeah. And
because I usually stop doing those, about halfway through the playthrough.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Is there?
I don't need it. I don't need the money anymore. So
yeah, that's the problem. Is there a mod that also like organizes the hold quests as well? Because I think that was part of the problem. Aren't they like Radiant and?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never looked into a mod on that, but I have used the quick save.
Oh yeah, so you can basically
So you just keep reloading until you get the hold you want.
Yeah.
You get the 5 quests in that hold, and then you can move on to the next one.
Yeah, I think that's why I always like kind of fall off of it because I don't organize it properly.
Right.
Make sure I get the quests for whatever X hold, this one, that one, and then it gets all confusing. Like you have 2 here and 3 there, and you're getting another one, but you don't remember, and it's yeah.
So because I was trying to level this character, I just ended up powering through,
just doing
did them as they came up, didn't reload anything, and just went for it.
Just doing a ton of quests, period, just to get
and so then once I finished that, I started looking around at, so what other things have I never done? And so I've never done the Ebony Warrior.
Oh yeah.
And so the thought of grinding this thing out even further.
Oh God.
I started looking into it, and I found a guide somebody did on using exploits.
Oh yeah.
To do it. So I've got the telekinesis spell, and so now in order to level, I set my alteration to legendary, and then I pick up an item, fast travel across the map, and I'm level 100 again. And
Go
so I set it to
legendary.
legendary
Yeah.
and then pick something up, fast travel across the map, but I'm level 100 again.
I mean, I feel like exploits are all fair when you're just trying to do something specific, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, like you're trying to you would have to grind like what 32 levels or 30 levels or something like that. And
Yeah, well, and I'd already burned up the easy
yeah,
ones to grind.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. You've already did all the easy leveling. Everything above that is like really slow.
Yeah. And and so now after playing this character for 3 days, I'm level 58, I think.
Oh man.
So it now some of the grinding is like seriously, like leveling block by um pinning Frost up against a wall and
Oh.
bashing him with your shield
Oh, the poor
relentlessly
horse.
for
Oh my
hours.
God, the poor horse. Oh. Oh.
Yeah. um and uh you know casting soul trap on a niece's dead body.
Ah. Oh my God. Oh,
you
you can do.
drag her next to the bed
Huh.
so that you can cast soul trap on her and then sleep and then cast soul trap and sleep,
Oh my
so you're
God.
constantly replenishing your magicka.
Oh my God, that's funny. I didn't know
so,
about that one.
so that's another one that took forever.
Oh God. Yeah. I feel like the fast travel one's quicker than that, isn't it?
Yeah, the fast travel one's super simple.
Yeah. I mean,
You just you pick something up and you immediately go into the map menu, and then you're good to go. Once you're in the map menu, you pick a location across the map and bam, you're level 100.
Oh jeez. Yeah, that's way faster than poor niece.
Yeah. Or Frost.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. That seems worse by far. At least the niece, like, you can steal her cabin. But
yeah.
yeah. And what's Soul Trap's what, illusion?
No. Conjuration.
Conjuration. Sorry. Why would I think of yeah, conjurations. And that doesn't level super fast though. If you no, yeah,
it doesn't.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, you would really have to cast a lot of soul traps on a niece to level up conjuration.
One of the other things that I did that I've never done before is my character that was in the Thieves Guild. I told Maven Blackbriar about the scheme to steal Frost.
Oh, okay.
And she tells you to go ahead and do it and give him the horse.
Yeah.
And she'll deal with him later. Mm-hmm. And, so I went through that routine, did that. He rides off. And then I was riding from Whiterun to Rorikstead and was just going along the road, and I was just passing underneath that fort that's up on the hill there.
Oh yeah, on the way. Yep.
And you see this man running across the road.
Oh my God! Amazing.
Screaming, and then a thug whack him and take him out.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I'm like, oh, that's weird. Okay, so I'm all ready to take on this thug, and he just walks away. I'm like, well, that's weird. Well, I better go loot that body. And I went over and it was Louis Latrush.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh, do you get Frost when that happens then?
No.
Okay.
I didn't really care because at that point I would have also done the Dark Brotherhood.
So yeah, Shadowmere,
so I had Shadowmere, which
yeah.
Was
better,
a much better horse.
Yeah.
Although Frost is pretty feisty.
Yeah, for sure. Spoilers: you got the horse there's a horse in the Cause and Consequence, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great looking horse.
Yeah,
I really like that horse a lot.
Yeah.
But, yeah. spoilers for the future. Yeah, I've definitely done it because I have the horse. That's the only reason I knew I did it.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, when I was like just looking through like to research the quest, I was like, oh yeah, I've definitely done this because I have that horse. There's no way I didn't do it. Yeah, it is great looking, the horse you get there actually. Yeah, I wish I had Shadowmere, or any kind of horse on, or Arvak, I guess I would need on Solstein.
Right.
Because I carried so much stuff out of I left so much stuff behind at getting the Visage of Mizund that like I need to go back in just to grab it all. There's like so much. I was already all the way up to like 450 carry weight. And then I took a potion and had 500 and still wasn't enough to carry everything out. So I was like, this is a problem.
Yeah.
Then I just like went to the enchanting table right in as soon as you come in. I can't remember the main town there in Solstein where the docks are.
Raven Rock.
Yeah, Raven Rock. I don't know why I was blanking on that. So I went right into the enchanting table and just disenchanted everything I could. So I had as many enchantments as I possibly could have to enchant things. So I'm just doing that grind right now. And I might go back to the mainland because I don't know if I have transmute. I don't know if I ever grabbed it, so I might go grab transmute just because that's like an easy spell for alteration where you can do a ton of stuff, and then you can make jewelry with it, and then you can enchant it, etc., etc. Like do a whole grind of stuff, basically.
Yeah. Well, one nice thing about these grinding things is, now I know where every single iron ore vein in all of Tamriel is. And, when you're doing alchemy and you're, pushing the water breathing potion, you learn where everybody who has garlic in their house, you become intimately familiar with the northern coastline.
Yes,
gathering Nordic barnacles.
Yes, you do.
And you find that ice storm is a really good way to kill salmon.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you just send it like you go in the water, right?
Fired across the water, and they all just kind of bob up to the surface.
Yeah.
Kind of like fishing with dynamite. So it really is. It is kind of fun and educational, in all the different ways that you have to amass all this, product in order to
level up.
To level up.
Yeah, I mean, the exploits like teach you different, really specific aspects of the game, basically.
Yeah,
that then can come in handy when you're like, not doing a character where you're specifically trying to get to X level or whatever.
Right.
It can become handy when you're just playing a random character and you're like, oh wait, I know this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my character is still green packed, so also not that is kind of hindering my alchemic progress.
Oh yeah.
So just much more limited ingredients. So I've kind of not focused on that first, since that's going to be a little slower than the enchanting, smithing kind of thing. Level 60 something on enchanting right now. So once I get all the way up, I'll probably just go legendary and start down at the bottom again. Because those first like 30 levels you kind of blow through them pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Especially if you're enchanting like diamond rings and random or super expensive weapons or whatever.
Yeah, and for grinding purposes, once you get to 100 and get your double enchanted, you got a bunch of gear already done.
You make it
good
up
to go. Yeah. Then I mean, you can just burn the lower levels, enchanting simple stuff.
Yeah, just make junk to sell, basically. Yeah, I usually just do like rings of heavy armor or rings of healing because they're like pretty high cost. And
and this latest one I did daggers of banish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Banish is a good one too.
So that went pretty good. So the thing that I've never understood, I must be missing something, mostly because I've never really done enchanting for enchanting's sake.
Yeah.
Is that when you enchant items with the same enchantment over and over and over again, the value goes down.
Oh, does it? I've never really noticed that, actually.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So I started out in enchanting iron daggers with Banish.
Yep.
And they were worth like $2,400 a piece. By the time I ran out of daggers, which was like 130 daggers, they were only worth 1,400.
Oh, I didn't realize that, actually.
So yeah, you could just watch it steadily go down every time you enchant one.
I guess
it goes down little by little.
I never paid close enough attention to that, and I probably should have. Oh, is it? I wonder if it's because of the amount you have in your inventory.
I'm not sure. I haven't really tried to see if there's a way to reset it and get get it back to where to the higher level. But at that point, I'm just trying to get through that screen. It's a little awkward you can't really speed enchant.
No, yeah, you can only go so fast. Yeah, you're clicking. You got three steps basically you got to do every single time, regardless.
Every single time.
Yeah, there is no mass.
Well, and with Banish, it's 4 clicks because you've got, you select the Banish spell, and then you have to approve the amount of.
That's right. Because it's an amount one.
Power it has. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the ones with the slider. So then you have to time or whatever or level for that one.
So yeah, that that definitely achieves grindiness.
Yeah, 4 steps for every single time.
Yeah,
and then specifically having to set the amount on the one makes it does make it a little clunkier, a little slower.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately, that's only 1 click. You don't have to slide it or anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't care what it is.
Yeah,
I just want it done.
Yeah, you're just making it, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not for your usage, so.
Yeah. But yeah, so after 130 daggers and 205 bows, I finally managed to get enchanting 100. So.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a lot of stuff. I usually end up doing mostly jewelry, only because I do the transmute thing and just make a ton of rings, because you get 2 rings for every every time you make it. So I just end up doing that usually, because you go get a bunch of iron, transmute it all, make a bunch of gold rings, and if I happen to have random gems, if they make whatever ring.
Yeah, make it more valuable.
Yeah, it makes it slightly more valuable. But yeah, bows are good too. Daggers obviously good too. Very quick to make.
Yeah, those you can hammer those out in just a few seconds when you get that rhythm down between the E key and the left click.
Yeah, to get it
just bam, 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 bam,
to
bam,
get
bam,
it just right. Oh my God.
One of the things about trying to get to rapid level this character up to 80, it relies heavily on a lot of skill training, and the challenge there is make sure that you're not over leveling. Because you got to stop whatever you're doing in the middle of it as soon as you've leveled up. Go get the skill training for that level, and then come back and grind some more,
because you have to be at the right level for the trainer, right?
Yeah. And sometimes it's unavoidable, like when you do the telekinesis glitch for alteration. That took me up 4 levels. There was nothing I could do about that. I guess trip. I probably could have done some short trips.
Yeah, just not travel across the country.
Yeah, but for expedience, I was good giving up a couple of training levels.
Oh my God, yeah. I don't utilize the trainers enough, but on grinding, you definitely have to. It's definitely worthwhile.
Yeah.
Especially for like skills maybe you're not using as much.
Yeah.
That that you don't want to have to like, I don't know, maybe if it's like heavy armor and you don't want to have to like stand in the middle of town getting beaten by all
Oh,
the
that's my
guards.
next thing is I got to go punch a Whiterun guard
And then just stand there and let them
and stand there and
beat
let
the
them beat
hell
on
out of
me.
you. Yeah.
But I'm currently in ebony armor, so
Oh yeah, you'll be fine.
yeah, I'll be fine.
You have a long time to stand there.
Yeah.
And you can cast some restoration while
Plus,
you're
it'll
there.
help. It'll help me raise my restoration.
Yeah.
And that's another boring one is
Yes.
casting turn lesser undead
Mhm.
on the skeletons down in the Whiterun Hall of the Dead.
The Hall of the Dead, yeah, just over and over.
Because you have to wait until they're out, until they're out of the spell
to do it again
before you cast it again, and then otherwise it doesn't count.
And there's only 4 of them down there, or is there 3?
I could only find 3.
Yeah, it's 3. There's 1 upstairs, downstairs, and 2 downstairs and 1 upstairs or something. Yeah, or up to 1 level, up to 7 steps or whatever. Yeah, so there's only 3 of them in there, so it's like not a lot.
Yeah. So it's effective, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it's fun.
Is there a place with more skeletons? I'm trying to think. What about? Oh, there's that one grave. What is it? I'm trying to think. It's near Whiterun. It's like southwest of Whiterun along the road.
Yeah, it would be nice to find someplace because now I've leveled up to the point. I think I'm like level 75 in restoration. And so now I need to cast the Circle of Protection spell.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that it covers a wider range. Mm-hmm. So actually I might try that in a bunch of Draugrs.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. I think skeletons, it's harder to find like a ton of them in one place. Draugr, like anywhere you go, you can find a bunch of them. Yeah. That's not an issue, finding a bunch of them in one place.
Yeah.
But I think there is two spots near Whiterun that have a decent amount of skeletons. And I think they're both west of it, like on the plains.
Mm.
One's definitely south of the road, like near like a grave or something like that, and then the other is like kind of like this outcropping of rocks that you come across where they all kind of pop up and start attacking you. But I can't remember the name of either place. One place might not even have a name. It might just be one of those random spots where they pop up and attack.
Yeah, it seems like there's it's just past what's where you get the lunar
the lunar forge there?
Forge. Yeah. Just past that there's a little barrow with a Draugr and a bunch of skeletons.
Yes. Yeah.
It's where the headless horseman ends up.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, if you follow him all the way, he'll go to there. Yep. I haven't seen him in a while, actually.
Yeah, I came across him.
It's random. Yeah.
On my stealth character.
Yeah, if you're not fast traveling, obviously you see him more than if you're hopping around.
So it's this character I'm working on now is two-handed.
Oh.
And so he's sporting the ebony blade, which I haven't used since my first Skyrim Roundtable character.
Oh man, really?
Yeah. And so the solution for charging that weapon to the max is, so my follower was Sven.
Oh, poor Sven.
And he had outlived his usefulness. You know what? Again, I don't really do followers. So having a follower was, kind of weird.
Yeah.
But so I had Sven as my follower. And I had given him a bunch of stuff, and we went down into Anissa's basement so that I could use the enchanting table.
Oh yeah.
And so I went to get the stuff out of his inventory, and you shouldn't be down here. I'm like, yeah, so I'm here now. Give me my stuff.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be down here.
Oh, and he wouldn't give you your stuff?
And so he wouldn't give me the menu
to
access his inventory.
What
so we
pain.
had to go back upstairs. And he did that in one other place that we had gone to. Says,
man.
You're not supposed to be down here.
What a pain.
Yeah. But anyway, so for the ebony blade, I took him to the ritual stone.
Oh, yeah.
And so I killed him and then revived him and then killed him again and then waited 24 hours, revived him, killed him again.
Oh my God. So
but the hardest part about that is, not cutting off his head.
Oh, not getting the, yeah.
Because if you get a critical hit on him, it lops off his head, can't be revived.
Oh, man.
And so I had to, after a couple of times where I just couldn't not cut off his head, I had to, start making sure that I had a quick save right before I
just in case,
took him out.
Oh man!
And so that took a lot more tries than it should have.
Oh my God!
But that managed to level up the ebony blade, so now it's fully functional.
I didn't realize if you revived them that counted.
Yeah, I didn't either.
That's crazy. Is it only with the rituals? Well, I get the ritual stone's the only way you can do it where he won't turn to dust, right?
Yeah. After he dies.
Yeah. So it would have to be the ritual stone. Yeah. Or I mean, you would have to have the ritual stone power. I mean,
power. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. That's interesting.
So it was handy.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to level up. Because normally you'd have to go through multiple people. It saved
a bunch of beggars in Riften.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to go through a bunch of people that were supposedly your friend that you have to kill with the ebony blade.
Right? It's a fine day when you're around.
Oh, poor Sven thought he had got one over on Feindal, and in the end, Feindal won.
Not so much.
Yeah, he won again. And he's probably meeting up with what's her name at the inn. Now that Sven's gone. Oh God. Yeah, I think I'll probably do the
alteration.
Jeez, I could not think of the word alteration. I think I'll do the alteration exploit just to speed up my leveling process as well.
I mean, it definitely makes quick work.
Yeah. Because I want to get to the level so I can play the quest. It's not like this character.
Yeah, and it's not that hard to get when you're at that level. I had no problem taking out the vampires.
Yeah, because I'm not like a low level now anyway, and the gear I have is pretty decent. So like I'm not concerned about like, oh, I'm going into this quest and not going to be able to. Yeah. I've done it before where I've had to drink the skooma and then, wake up in the cell. And then, so you can do that at super low levels because, so you drink the skooma, you're in the cell, you read the book, you pick up the key off the table. There's a master vampire standing right there, but you unlock the door and then you just run like hell. Just get out.
So it's good if you've got vegetable soup on you.
Yeah.
But or a beer.
Oh.
Or a mead.
Oh yeah.
Rather.
Yeah.
And then you just run like hell out of the place. And it's not hard to do. They take a second before they realize what's going on.
Yeah.
And by that time you're up the stairs and
out.
When you get into the next level, they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
And then you get out the hatch and you're good to go. Except there's bears and wolves all over the place.
Yeah, there's that too.
But yeah, so that one's pretty good. I also have a bunch of um, items that are enchanted with fortify alteration.
Oh, so that helps
So I
too.
can
Yeah.
cast the spell for a long time.
Yeah.
So I don't have to be super quick on the keys
Gotcha.
to activate the map.
Yeah, because you can hold it for a long period of time.
Yeah,
That makes
yeah. It
sense.
can get tricky if you don't have enough alteration, to cast it for more than a second or two.
Yeah, if you can only if you're only holding the item or whatever item up, yeah, and it
Yeah,
drains you too fast. For
yeah.
sure.
Because by the time you recognize that you've got it suspended, you run out of magicka.
Yeah, yeah. I have plenty of magicka because that's pretty much what I put most of my points into.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah,
I'm pretty good. Yeah,
that'll be a solid way to level up.
yeah. I've put a little bit into stamina and a little bit into health, but like probably 75% of it went in
Yeah,
magicka.
this character has a flat 200 magicka,
Oh, okay.
and that's it. And everything else is going into health and
Yeah.
stamina.
And I have right now until I go legendary, I have the perks for 50% and 1%. Was it 50% faster regeneration, or cost 50% less, or something like that? I forget what the ordinator perk is for alteration. It's like 50% less or something, and 1% more per level, or something random like that. I forget what it is
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. There's some small percentage too. I forget what that is, but they're 50% less on alteration spells. So I should be able to hold it for quite a bit. I forget what the small percentage is for. I literally just leveled up to it, but there's so
yeah.
many options in Ordinator, like with the spells and stuff. There's so many.
Oh yeah. So there's so many cool things.
Yeah.
I've done so many builds that are based off of ordinator perks.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's so many specific ones that you can
Yeah.
really just go crazy deep into and just build
Well,
your
just like
character.
that, the illusion mage that I did.
Oh yeah.
Where you kill the last, enemy with frenzy, because they take damage if they get within your imposing influence or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, the influence. Yeah. Yep.
So, but this one's running all vanilla.
Okay.
That I'm doing for the Ebony Warrior.
For the Ebony Warrior. Yeah.
So, and I'm doing dragons.
Yeah.
And as long as I can, as long as I can not take a ranged attack from them, they're dead in 3 swings.
Oh, with the two-handed.
With the two-handed.
Nice.
Yeah, my Ebony Greatsword does like 400 damage or something.
Yeah, that's nice. It is hard getting close to them though sometimes.
Yeah,
that's the
especially now that I don't currently have a follower.
Oh yeah, nothing to distract. Yeah, there's that. Yeah. Need animals. I think
I've activated dragon, so I'm gonna go say hi to Lydia now that Spin is.
There you go.
In Sovngarde.
You can go visit him later when you get to Skuldafn and all.
Exactly.
Say hi to him.
Yeah. Sup, Spin? How's it going?
Oh man, of all the people to meet there. Oh God. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do the alteration exploit and also continue my Solstheim. I like Solstheim a lot. There's so much there, honestly.
Oh yeah,
it's just like so much.
And it's so
there.
interesting.
Yeah, it's because it's so different than the mainland. It's like you really feel like you're in a different place. So it's way, a nice like break from the regular game almost. And the quests are super interesting, and just sucks not having a horse. Sometimes you just want a horse to get around. So that way, when
I don't tend to get super over encumbered. So, because usually by the time I make it to Solstheim, I either start on Solstheim,
Yeah.
or I go there, much later.
Much later. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about carry weight.
Yeah, I've got good carry weight, and also I've got so much stuff I don't pick stuff up.
Yeah, like if I'm only picking up like jewelry and soul gems and things I can disenchant at this point.
Yeah.
Because the other stuff, it's like, I don't know, do I really need all this? Like I'm selling all the stuff I enchant. Do I need to grab everything else in the process? The only reason I grabbed stuff was to, because I assumed I didn't have the enchantment for it yet. So then I would go and disenchant it. But
yeah, then
yeah. And sometimes
then I would find that I've got 6 other things that had that enchantment too.
yeah, pretty much is what happens.
All with different names.
Yeah, exactly. It was all the same thing, but it was just named a little differently. I did just get chaos though.
Oh yeah,
which I really love. So I'm super happy for that, and I want to get my enchanting all the way up so I can get double enchants and have chaos on there.
Yeah,
because chaos is fantastic.
Yeah, that's one of the daggers that I carried was chaos and shock.
Yeah, that's good. I have to pull up my vanilla character has double daggers like that. I think they're either Daedric or Dragonbone, and yeah, they're like chaos, fiery soul trap, and some like and one of them is paralyzed for like 10 seconds, and and something else. So yeah, they are like they're ridiculous. that character is like level 83 or something though. I think it's in the 80s. I think I've already done Ebony Warrior. I was trying to get every single perk with that character is what it was. Vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
Just get every single perk in every single tree, which I think you have to be, it's like level 200 or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there.
Because I think Michelle did it. And his character was pretty high level, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So that's going to be a bit of a grind. But I haven't played that character in a little bit just because I've been.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to. I mean, if you didn't have to have all of the perks at the same time.
Yeah.
Then you could go legendary on stuff and recycle perks, but
I'm going to have
all the perks at the same time.
Well, yeah, you still have to go legendary, but you then have to
get all those perks back.
Yeah, the final tree is the one where you're going to have enough perks to fill the tree.
Yeah.
While leveling. That's the kind of key.
Yeah.
It's like a game of chess at the end there when you're trying to.
Well, save alteration for that because that is the easiest one to go from 15 to 100.
Yeah, this is true. That character. I have so much in like smithing and enchanting gear. It's like ridiculous because that dragon's obviously in that game. I have dragon bones and scales, like hundreds of them. I think at this point, So I'm like just making gear, and all my gear is made. Like the gear I have can't get any better, and I have gear for the specific things I'm doing too. So I have like if I'm going to do whatever, like illusion and light armor, I have gear specifically for that,
right?
And for like the daggers, then I have gear just for one-handed and gear for two-handed and gear for archery. So I have all this gear made up, like insane amount of gear made up before I went legendary on anything, so that I could have like, because once I had those sets, then I didn't have to worry about making stuff for me.
Right.
I could just make junk to sell, But
the
other issue is nobody has enough money to buy my stuff.
Exactly.
It's like
that's the thing. I'm right. These water breathing potions are, because of my speech level, are worth $2,000 and $3,000 a piece.
Yeah.
And so I do a low level training session, and spend $1,200 on training, and then give them $2,400 for the water breathing potion.
Yep. Yeah, because like even when you go to like the alchemy shops, like I'll buy everything in there, but that's not that much.
Right. And they only have, 500 or 600 gold to
Yeah.
begin with.
Well, I think I have the perk now where everybody's like I've invested in shops and stuff, so everybody's got like 1,000 or so
Oh,
at
okay.
least. But still, that go like when you're those higher levels making potions and things, like there you go. That
Yeah,
goes
that
really
doesn't
fast.
take,
Yeah,
very much to max them out.
yeah, and then you go to the general goods shop and like I'll buy every smithing item and every soul gem, and like jewelry or whatever. And I'm like, all right, well now I've done all that, and I still have whatever 17 glass blades or whatever,
Right.
that are worth like 5,000 gold or something stupid like that or whatever. But yeah, at some point the economy breaks on you and you
Yeah,
can
you
only do
you
so
you're
much.
definitely overpaying for stuff, but you don't care because
Yeah.
it's out of your inventory now.
Yeah, and sometimes I just sell it for 0 just to sell it, just to get rid of it. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm like, it's it's, I don't have it
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, and you can't go dropping stuff like that in the street because the guards get mad.
Yeah, yeah. There's that problem too. It's a shame you can't like gift it around town.
Yeah. Hey, you look like you could use a new dagger.
Everybody running
On
around.
me.
Yeah. Everybody running around Whiterun with dragon bone armor and dragon bone sword or bows and everything else. I think I usually use I use the dragon bone for the bows and usually the Daedric daggers. You know what I have? I have Stalrim daggers on that character.
Mm.
They were pretty high level, but I kind of like the look of them too. I think that's why I went with the Stalrim.
Yeah, that's when you're working with daggers, you have to like the way it looks because it's right there.
You're using it, yeah, yeah.
And
they're so up close.
Yeah,
that and the Daedric ones, but I kind of liked the look of the Stalrim ones. I think I was going with a bunch of those, but I probably have like an entire chest full of super high level daggers that I just can pull out to use. So it really doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you did have a good naming convention on your enchantments to make it easy to go through your inventory.
I do like so for like if I have gear that I'm going to specifically make where everything's going to go together, I will name it all the same to start out with. So that way I know I'm picking up all the stuff. And then if I have to change something out for some reason, like, oh, I need some carry weight, so let me throw in a carry weight ring. Then I know what I have to put back on again because it's all named the same.
Yeah.
It's a lesson I learned over time. Through much trial and error of messing it up.
Yeah. Since I haven't done a lot of that, I kind of fell into a trap because capitalization matters.
Yes, it does. Yeah, yeah.
In the order that it shows up in the inventory.
Yes, yeah.
If you screw up and have caps lock on when you're typing, it makes the first letter lowercase, and that shows up at the bottom of the
it moves it all the way down. Oh god.
So all the capitalized letters are above it. Oh. And so it'll get all the way through Z, and then it'll start lowercase a and down.
That's such a pain. Oh my god.
It's like
yeah, what I'll do
I'm always so frantically worried that my potion is going to run out before I
before you get to it. Yeah. Because you only have like the 30 seconds or whatever it is, or 60 seconds. Yeah. What I do like super simple naming convention, like to get them all together. So it'll be like, I'll just be like, have the number 1 at the beginning or something like that, or for the whole set of stuff, and then name it right after that.
Yeah, so, that's a good idea.
Because that way I can go through it really quickly and take it on and off, like if I'm doing multiple things, carrying multiple sets of gear. And I don't get it confused. Yeah, because I've always, like in the past, I totally would screw it up. Because I'd be like, I'd have like whatever, and 5 iron daggers. Then I got to go look and see which iron dagger I'm grabbing because I don't know. But yeah, naming it so they're in sets if you're using a whole set,
Right.
That is helpful for sure. Organizing it yeah, hopefully next time I'll be up to level 46. I definitely will be because
Yeah.
either way I'm going to do the alteration exploit, but I'm also having fun this whole time anyway. Hopefully I'll get out of Minecraft at some point because I apparently live there now. Um, I've been exploring deep, dark areas and running around in a new realm we started like 2 months ago. Some friends and building a second house. So
very nice. Yeah, that's still a game I've never played it, and it just has never really, been enticing enough for me.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot more in it now than there was in the beginning, where it was very basic in the beginning. Where now it's a little more going on there, but yeah, not as deep as No Man's Sky. Is there another update?
There was another update.
I thought I saw that,
and it all hell broke loose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it made some major changes.
Oh, okay.
And a big part of the community was not happy.
Oh, well,
and so it went ballistic, which is weird because normally the No Man's Sky community is pretty chill.
Yeah.
But it was the min maxers that got hit. And so it really lit up. But within a week, they had already patched it out and had it so that everybody was happy. And
oh god,
it's well on its way.
Well, at least they're still updating the game.
Yeah,
I mean,
and they updated a lot.
Yeah, it's amazing all the stuff they add to it. It's like how long has it been out now? 6 years? Pretty close to that, right? 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, what was it? 2016?
Yeah, so about 6 years, yeah. I mean, and the amount they've added to it, I mean you can't, if you bought it in the beginning and were like disappointed or whatever, the amount that's been added to it since then made that purchase way more than worth it. They've really invested in it. So
and they're not done yet.
No, they're not. Yeah, they're still
going strong.
Yeah. I see it more as, like, speaking of Minecraft, more like Minecraft, where they're just going to keep going with it because it's a world you like live and build in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, people have talked about, are they going to make, No Man's Sky 2? But really there's no need to.
Yeah. You just update.
This is a never ending game. They just keep adding content to it, more and more things to discover. I mean, I guess when they get close to, people have, discovering all, 200 trillion
planets.
Systems.
Yeah, that's right. Systems. Yeah.
They might consider making another game.
Yeah.
But
they got a little while still.
They got a while to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is very similar in the way that Minecraft is built in the sense that it started out as incredibly basic, and there are now like 10 different ways to play the game. And of course, modding is insane and things like that. So like, you may play it one way, I may play it another, and everybody's still enjoying it, and they just keep going with it, and I think those kind of games are just, it's amazing the life that they have and how much, they can keep going. I mean, maybe Bethesda could have done that with Skyrim for it. It could have been the Minecraft of Elder Scrolls. Keep updating. I wonder if there is any more Creation Club stuff coming out, though. I haven't really heard anything. But I'm curious as to that. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So I still haven't done. There was an update a few weeks ago.
Was there?
Yeah, and the PC that I'm playing on with the stealth character, that's modded, and so that one I did not update.
Oh yeah.
But this one that I'm playing the vanilla on is updated, and I couldn't really tell what happened. But I haven't looked to see I'm not even sure. Well, I guess maybe there must be a menu entry for Creation Club to
Yeah,
see if there's stuff in Creation Club now that isn't in the anniversary
that
edition.
wasn't in the anniversary. Yeah, I mean, I can check it because technically I now own everything. Yeah, I own everything. So if there's
Mm-hmm.
something new, it would be something to purchase.
Yeah.
So I'll have to look and see. Yeah, because sometimes when there's an update, it's because there's a new item coming out or something.
Right.
Which would make sense. But yeah, it would be cool if they did release something like in November or whatever, something like that. But I mean, I have no idea, obviously. But it would be nice if something popped up, somewhere along the way, another quest line or something like that.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, the modders that they have, working with them are very active modders. So
Yeah, they're all they're all still very active.
it's unlikely that they all just said, okay,
Yeah.
we're done with anniversary edition. That's it. We're gonna
Yeah.
go mod other games.
Yeah, I mean, because let's be realistic. This is still, I don't know, 3-4 years until 6 at least. So
Yeah.
So there's plenty of meat on the bone there still.
Oh yeah.
But so what's going on over at Fallout Feed?
So we're flirting with the idea of doing a Fallout 1 roundtable.
Wow, isn't that the isometric one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Andrew, Jess, and I all now have that game loaded.
Oh man.
So, and then we're still we're still toying with the DLC for New Vegas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we played one of the DLC.
Yeah.
And so, but otherwise, we're just screwing around, having a good time.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Fallout 1. That'd be interesting. I think.
Yeah, I've taken a run at it a couple of times and have just never really gotten past the first set of rats.
Yeah. Oh God. What was the one? I'm trying to think if Shalene and Rick played that way back when they were doing Fallout Off the Record. They may have done that. I know they played Fallout Tactics, but I think they may have done Fallout. I don't know. But I mean, you're talking 8 years ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, she may remember. I can't remember if they did it or not. I do remember Fallout Tactics though, and I think I have Fallout 1 on Steam because it was like free or something at some point.
Yeah. I've got 1 and 2 on Steam.
Yeah, I think they were free or like super cheap at one point, like $1 or something like that. So I picked them up. But yeah, so I have them too. I've never tried them though. Perhaps I should.
Yeah, it's I just need to figure out the mechanics of it, because once I get past that frustration, then it'll be I'm anxious to do the story.
Yep.
Because it's so core to the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's getting past that mechanic that's been trying my patience in the past.
Yeah, I have that same issue with Morrowind, basically, where I really want to experience the story, but because I never played it back then, I'm going in blind to the mechanics, and it's very... It feels its age.
Right.
And it creates this barrier to entry for me where it's tough, so... I've always kind of struggled with it, but maybe one day.
Yeah, it's always so hard because, if it's a game that we've played before.
Yeah, you can kind of.
Then there's nostalgia.
Yes, yeah.
I remember this was so much fun. I remember this and I remember that. And you forget about how clunky it is.
Yes.
and how, awkward it is to play.
Exactly.
And everything, because you've got that nostalgia. Well, if you don't have that nostalgia, then it's just crap.
Yeah, then it's just clunky. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And you tire of it very quickly.
This is very true.
So, hopefully between the peer pressure and misery loves company.
That's
The three of
too.
us will be able to get through the game.
Never underestimate that. It is helpful.
Yeah.
Grinding through misery together is sometimes
enjoyable.
It can sometimes add to fun. So there is that.
I mean, and we do that to ourselves all the time through life. So why not in our gaming?
You might as well do it in gaming as well. Exactly. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I've done it in the Grand Canyon. It's probably better to do it gaming. Oh gosh. All right. Well, next time, probably. I don't even know what is this. We're mid-October already. Holy moly!
Mm-hmm.
Time is flying by. Not that it matters to Ray. It's all weekends to him at this point.
It's all the weekend to me.
Probably a week or two once Victor gets back. We'll do the cause and the consequence if he can catch up. If not, we'll probably do it, and he'll probably hop in anyway. So, we'll be back for that pretty soon. So, until next time, thanks everybody for listening. See you.
Bye-bye.